So it's great to be back with you for our Cup of Wellbeing session. And today I have my friend Sarah with me. Welcome, Sarah.
Hi.
In these times, we're just having a chat with different people in Hope Church who have different experiences of this time that we've been in lockdown, in the pandemic, and how there's different things they've discovered that are helpful for their well-being, and just passing on some of that wisdom to us all, so that we can all share in what others have learned along the way, so that we can help each other. So Sarah, it's lovely to have you here. I just wonder if I can ask you, first of all, just a little bit about what this year has meant for you, how that's affected you, and what your situation is in this time.
Okay, like everybody else, it's been a very strange year. I think I've been one of the 2 million odd people this year that have been shielded. So basically, that means that we are classed now. We actually have initials as CEV, clinically extremely vulnerable people. We're now called, rather than shielders. And basically, that means that I've had limited contact with everybody, far more limited. It's like everybody else has been in lockdown, but for me, you have to take things to extremes. And that has meant, in the first lockdown, James and I would, and my husband James and I would be 2 meters apart, for the whole of the lockdown. Now we're just in different rooms. So it's had an extreme effect on us as a couple, but we've learned to work together and actually enjoy different things as a couple. So actually for us as a couple, it's actually been quite good in a way as well, that the fact that we have managed to find different things to do together that have been different, but have been safe during this time. And also, things like, I still haven't been to the hairdressers, so I cut my own hair and stuff like that. That is, people were like, oh, I can't wait to get to the hairdressers, and I'm still feeling a bit anxious about doing things like going to the hairdressers and going out generally. I rarely go out now. Certainly during both the lockdowns, I didn't go out at all, apart from appointments to doctors or hospital. So it has been strange. It's been nice to have Zoom and be able to see people on Zoom though.
Yeah, so for you and your husband, that sounds like it's been a really tough time, a real time of adjustment, and it must have been quite hard. Are there ways that has affected you, your well-being, your mental health? Are there ways that has kind of impacted you? Would you be able to just share with us a little bit about what's happened?
I think the biggest impact on me has been the feeling of anxiety going outside the house. I am the sort of person that would normally get on a train and go down to Wales, where my parents live, sometimes at 10 o'clock at night, and it doesn't bother me. And I would get on, and I would go out anywhere, and sort of person that used to go on holiday on my own before I was married. So it's something that actually strikes me as strange, that feeling of anxiety sometimes that I get when I think about leaving the house, and actually more so if I've left the house and then come back. I feel I have my office, which is where I tend to do craft stuff and tend to work, and that is my safe space, and I feel like I need that safe space. And that safe space helps me, because otherwise I feel anxious. That safe space makes me feel less anxious.
Yes, I can understand that. Are there ways that you've found to help you cope with this situation? It's obviously is quite a hard situation, and are there things that help you cope with the anxiety that you have found helpful to help with that?
I think part of my work, a lot of the time I speak to addicts, and one of the things is that they always say is have a list of things that you are thankful for, and they say be thankful, and you know, so I think that, and the other thing they tend to do a lot is meditate. So I kind of picked both of these things up really from people that I've worked with, and we can learn from all sorts of people and different things. And just being thankful and thinking of the things that I am thankful for. Thankful that I'm still alive. I'm not in hospital.
Yeah.
My husband's fine. The fact that part of a church family that loves me and cares about me. Things that are so easy to be thankful for. And the other thing I found it help has been meditating. I do a Christian meditation in the morning and before I go to sleep. And both of them have really helped me feel calm. It has helped me to feel calm during the day, and it's helped me to feel calm at night. And there's loads of apps on, that you can just download. I think I've got about 7 or 8 of them on my phone that are different ones, all of which are at least part of the contents is free, that are really good just to listen to, and just some of them are just somebody talking. Others of them imagine yourself in a Bible story and actually making the Bible story come alive. So that's been really useful to do.
Oh, that sounds really good. So if people wanted to use that strategy that you've used, they would just have to look for some meditation apps and download them onto their phone.
There's one good one called Encounter that I use. It's a new one out, totally free. And there's another one called Soul Space that has a free daily meditation. It's about 5 minutes. The Encounter one is about 15 minutes. And one of the things I like about the Encounter app is that it reminds you about God's grace for each other, and it reminds you about God's love for you. And I think that's really good to be reminded of at a time when we can't have any physical contact with people. But that reminder of God's love, I found the Encounter app really useful.
Oh, that's something perhaps people can use, and yeah, that's really helpful. Thank you, Sarah. Are there any other ways that you have found helpful at the moment?
Yeah, I have really enjoyed doing lots of new things. At the beginning of lockdown, I started crocheting, and I started making everybody. Most of the people in James's work got rainbows. Some people at Hope have rainbows. And if you want a rainbow, let me know. I'll happily make you one. So I quite got into crocheting. I actually recently made a dress, sewed a dress for my great niece, which was the first time I've actually done any major sewing, what I call major sewing, proper, sewing clothes that are actually, that I would be happy for somebody to wear. So that's been good. And I've also just started making a nativity set along with James, my husband. I made the figures, he's made the box. And, that's one of the ways where, we've looked for things like that we can do, maybe, socially distant from each other, but together, and putting it together. And it's something for us that we will have for a long time. So in that sense, it's great. Doing something different every day has really helped me. Whether it's just colouring in the picture, drawing something, or just doing that different things. And I've even managed to do some finish some craft projects that have been stuck in a drawer for nearly 10 years in different places, which would be nice to get some things finished.
Yeah, I think we all have a few of those, don't we?
Yeah.
It's been, yes, I guess it's been a good opportunity to do some things that, yeah, normally you wouldn't be able to do. I could, yes. Is there anything else that you would like to share today?
Yeah, just be kind to yourself. You're going to have bad days. We all get bad days, let's be real. You know, just be kind to yourself. Be as kind to yourself as you would be to somebody else.
That's very
and if
true.
you remember to be kind to yourself, it really helps. I think that's it.
Thank you, Sarah. That's it. I'm sure that's going to be really helpful to some people listening, and I just thank you for being so honest and sharing with us today.
Not a problem.